when your mother told you that, okay, first of all, tell everybody what the doctors told you that you were going to have to do.
35 years old, double hip replacement. Said no way around it. That was mandatory to live a functional life.
Right. Okay. So were they going to do both hips at the same time?
That was to be determined. They wanted to see if they could, but yes, that was the plan, was to do both hips at the same time. 2 Birmingham operations on both hips.
2 Birmingham. Now the problem is I don't know who can take 2 hips being done at the same time. I mean, that's like that's a lot of cutting and you know, we're talking about implementing 2 foreign objects, one in this side and one on this side.
Yeah, I wasn't looking forward to that.
So when they told you that, were you a little scared about it or hesitant or?
Hesitant, yes.
But you didn't know anything
didn't
else?
know any other options or any other treatments that were available, and it was more either you do it and then you live a normal lifestyle for a while, then probably have to do it again, especially if you continue riding horses or roping or anything active like that.
Yeah, and so. Anyways, so when she told you that, and she said, "Well, come on, let's go," and you were coming up here this way, anyways,
Mm-hmm.
right?
I was coming out here to the 2 rodeos.
Yeah, you were going to the rodeo anyway. So, when you got here, and you saw us, how long ago was it since you've had the first treatment?
11 days since the first treatment.
So 11 days since the first treatment. How did you feel before you got here?
Sore, tight. I was quite a bit heavier than I am now physically. Weighed a lot more than I do now, and just lethargic.
Right.
Yeah, lethargic would be a good word, and sore.
Okay.
Two
All right.
words.
Okay. All right. So what did they say? What did your professional rodeo career look like if you did these surgeries?
Definitely time off, and that was to be seen. I would think that you could come back and be competitive, but I mean, just the time off and the unknown. I really had no idea what it was going to look like afterwards.
How long did it take us? Sage did the first treatment.
Mm-hmm.
How long did it take us before your mind went click?
I'm going to say he did 2 treatments, and it was maybe the next day that I really started to feel the difference. Felt the skin, not soreness, but the tenderness there, but deeper in there, it felt looser. I felt lighter. Instantly noticed more range of motion, more flexibility, and he just got done today with the second session on my right hip. He did my left one yesterday, so I've had two sessions on each hip, and I'm ecstatic about the results. I'm really liking it.
So do you think there's even a 1% chance that you're going to have to go to surgery?
No.
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 So we've basically, in 11 days, we reversed, not we, but with our work and with his mind saying, I got this, and then listening to what we asked to do. Mm-hmm. In 11 days, you reversed 2 hip surgeries.
Well, even coming in yesterday, Sage noticed a difference in my appearance, the way he was able to get into the muscle and the joint,
right.
and that's because of the diet change and the thinking change, hydration change, all the changes that go with it, not just the deep tissue, because like Sage said, I could do the deep tissue, but if you don't change the other stuff, then
yeah, because those issues in your tissues, they always start off as an emotional issue.
Absolutely.
Your hips usually get locked, and it's not because of just that, because riding and roping. I mean,
there's sitting in a vehicle. I mean, that's you're in a vehicle.
Traveling
90% of the time. Yeah, it's not just the act of competition or riding. It's traveling, and you sit in a position for that long, it takes a toll on you.
So we did the deep tissue, and the deep tissue is like, sometimes the deep tissues have been an hour or 2 hours long, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay. Mm-hmm. And we go deep. How deep did we go?
As deep as as deep as I'll let him, and
yeah,
it's deep. Yeah,
okay.
It's in there.
So what we did was we asked you if you were up to changing your diet, and we know you did, because I'm telling you, what did you lose? Did you
I
lose like
lost 22 or 23 pounds since, right at 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago, 23 pounds. And it was fat, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It was like baby fat.
Yep.
And can you tell everybody, his face was round.
Mm-hmm.
And because his face was round, because there was so much inflammation being created from the hips that he was in pain all the time, that his body had to retain water. So it made him like the puffball man, right?
Mm-hmm.
So puffy in the face, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're better looking. You're a lot better looking.
Thank you.
Hey, no problem. So we also had you look at the Perfect Day diet,
Mm-hmm.
and you've been embracing that, right?
I have.
And what about the Braveheart? What do you think of that?
Baby steps into the Braveheart. I've started it. Haven't finished the first time through yet. Intention
yeah.
is to continue on through that. I like the way I'm feeling. I like the way I'm thinking. I like the way my body's reacting to the deep tissue and to the perfect diet and to the thought, the thought process change. So I'm gonna definitely continue.
What do you
to
think
embrace
about
it.
this? The 3, 2, 1. You got that? How's that working?
I got it.
I know you do. Okay. All right. So, so you're going to continue this. So the other things that we did with him, we call it pelvic expansion.
Mm-hmm.
How do you like that?
I've been able to experiment with that at one rodeo already. Normally, where I'd spend an hour, maybe an hour and a half, stretching and jogging in place and doing different things. I just got in my pelvic pose and sat there. And then when I competed in more range of motion, more clarity of mind, I can get into my breathing while I'm doing it. So it's not just helping my pelvis, but when I do the breathing at the same time, everything just gets lighter. And I've liked it so far.
And what would you say to anybody who thinks that they need surgery?
I would say definitely look into drdetox.com or go on
Yeah.
Facebook or give you a shout and be open-minded. I came out here, lots of experience with hip problems, 2 hip surgeries already, nothing replaced, but repaired and then some other repairs. And I was just ready for a change, and I would say that make sure that you're ready for a change, and it's good.
Yeah. The thing is, if you're not ready to change,
Mm-hmm.
then surgery might be your only option. But it's true.
You have to be searching to be found, and that's one of the key things I brought from this experience out here.
Yeah. Do you like what you're finding?
I am.
What are
I
you
do.
finding about yourself?
Who I really am. Yeah. Not to be so heavy. Let's lighten up a little bit.
Yeah. Do you think it'll affect your relationships with other people?
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So you're having a lot more enjoyment, right? Like you're finding that there's the mind struggle. How's that compared to
the enjoyment's great so far, and it's just getting more and more because the deeper you go into it, and like I said, the more I learn about the Braveheart way, and the more I totally embrace the Perfect Day and the Perfect Day nutritional guide, it just seems to be blossoming more and more every day.
And where are you going to rodeo this weekend?
I got a rodeo this Saturday night back in Alberta, and a couple throughout the next few weeks in Alberta, and then I'll be going to Texas for a couple of weeks of rodeoing, and back to Canada for a hiatus, and get back at her again next spring.
And there you go. So you know what? Never give up, and you fall off that horse, get right back on, and never give up on yourself. Okay. Thanks for coming in, Josh.
Thank you, Daryl.
Okay, and thanks for listening, everybody. Go to itioh.com, check out our personal treatment and training. If you want to get taught, or your family, and if you want to bring your professional game up, or if you've always wanted to be a health professional, go to itioh and check out our courses. All right? Have the best day of your life. And just know this, okay? The body will heal as soon as you get out of the way. You got this.